All right. This is Read Comics 81, and I am back with another comic book haul video. As usual, I got a whole bunch of books to show off, but before I get started, this channel is for adults only. If you're not 18 or older, please turn it off. Thank you very much. All right, so I was at my LCS digging through some back issues, and I came across this, the Ultimates #2, first appearance of a character called Lifebringer Galactus, I believe it's called. I'm not very familiar with this character. I think it's just another version of Galactus. But this is the second printing, and the day I found this was going for about $100 on eBay. Got this for $5.50, near mint copy, and right behind this one was another one, near mint, marked at $5. So happy to get these into the PC. I'll probably just hold on to these and see if anything happens with these down the line. All right. My aunt and uncle went to a rummage sale and they picked up a few comic books for me, and this was probably the best one that was in there. This is Gargoyles #6, $10-15 book. So that was real nice of them to give me some comics. All right, let's get into some dollar books. Went down to the old honey hole and found this, Alpha Flight #1. First appearance of Puck and Marina. And this book has been getting some heat lately. It's probably a $20-25 book right now. This is a VF Plus, so not too shabby for $1. All right. Also found this, The Thing #7. Back in the 80s, there was something that Marvel did called the Assistant Editors Month, where the assistant editors took over the titles for a month, and they had all these really wacky stories, and this is one of those. And in this issue, the Thing fights some guy with these really kooky shoes. He's called Goody Two Shoes. It's just a really funny story. Down here in the corner, it's got this stamp here that says, "Beware, it's Assistant Editors Month. Don't say we didn't warn you." I think Scoons Comics showed one of these books off recently. It was a Marvel team up. Aunt May and Franklin Richards versus Galactus. So yeah, these are really fun stories if you can find these for real cheap. All right, picked this up, Power Pack #30. Not even sure why I'm showing this book. It's just a drug story. See, they've got this vial of crack. There's a little crack rock on the cover here, but found that for $1. Also found this. I don't buy very many coverless comics, but if it's a significant issue and it's cheap, I'll pick it up, whether it has a cover or not. So I was happy to find this, Amazing Spider-Man 123. Is this 123? No, 122. And this is The Death of the Green Goblin. So this is coverless, but it was only $1, so I figured, why the heck not? So this is actually the only coverless comic I have in my PC right now. Also picked this up, Amazing Spider-Man 272, first appearance of this character. His name is Slide, and he is this guy he was an engineer, and he created this chemical. It was kind of like Teflon, and he covered his costume in this, and he decided to go rob banks, and he's like really slippery and stuff. So anyway, first appearance of a character. It was $1. I figured I'd pick it up. Plus I like the cover because it's 2 panels. I always like covers the panels on them. All right, picked this up. Amazing Spider-Man 219. No big deal there. It was just $1. And found yet another copy of Fantastic Four 15. First appearance of Valeria. Is it Valeria Richards or Valeria Von Doom? I get that confused. I'm not sure what her last name is, but it's the daughter of Reed Richards and Invisible Woman, pretty sure. Anyway, this is a $20 to $30 book all day long, so when I find these for $1 or $2, I always pick them up. All right, let's get into some eBay purchases now. Been picking up some Strange Tales lately. Got a good deal on this, Strange Tales #113. This is the first appearance of Plant Man. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It's nighttime. I usually record my videos during the day when the lighting in this room is much better. So I've got these lamps and stuff set up, but it's still pretty dim in here, so please bear with me. Also picked up a copy of Strange Tales 123. This is the first appearance of the Beetle. I already own a copy of this. My other copy is in really high grade, but I got this for really cheap. I couldn't pass this up. I got this for like $15 shipped. So I thought that was an excellent deal for this book. All right, let's move on to some Daredevil. Picked up DD number 169. This is the second appearance of Elektra. And I don't know what I was thinking, but when I bought this book, I thought it was the second appearance of Bullseye, and that's why I bought it. But still, second appearance of Elektra, not too shabby either, so glad to have that. Also picked this up, Daredevil 48, just an early Stiltman appearance. And I guess this book was semi-controversial because you've got this these lights here in the background, these words, and if you look closely down here, it says ass pain. I don't know if that was intentional or but this is supposed to be like a semi-controversial issue. So I just like the Stiltman, so I wanted to have that in my PC. Also picked up Spidey Super Stories number 10. Still working on that run. I'm down to needing, I think, 5 issues left in that series, and it will be complete. So looking forward to getting that done this year. This will be the very first series that I've ever completed. Granted, it's only 57 issues, but still, I consider that an accomplishment. Okay, still working on my Thing vs. Hulk collection. This is another one of those books, Marvel 2-in-1, number 46. This is a funny story. The Thing is just chilling watching TV, and this Hulk TV show comes on, and he gets all irritated because he doesn't have his own TV show. So he goes to the TV studio and confronts the Hulk, and him and the Hulk duke it out. Really funny story. Also, I've been working on my Marvel Team Up run. Picked up number 16. This is the first appearance of the Basilisk. I think that's how you pronounce his name. This dude right here. He can turn you to stone with a single look of his eyes. Also picked up number 15. This is kind of a pricey book here. This is the first appearance of the Orb, which I believe goes on to become a regular Ghost Rider villain. I think I paid $20 for this after shipping. It's in good shape, but that was a little more than I wanted to pay. But I wanted the copy of this book, so whatever. Sometimes you got to pay up a little bit, right? Okay, also found a really nice copy of issue number 2. This cover is really, really white. The colors really pop. And happy to get this in the PC. All right, what's next here? Picked up a copy of The Mighty Thor number 132. This is the first cameo appearance of Ego the Living Planet. I've got 133, the first full appearance, so happy to finally complete that little 2-issue set. Also picked this up, Warlock number 10. This is the origin of Thanos, but perhaps more importantly, this is also the first appearance of a character called the In-Betweener, and he is a powerful cosmic character. So the way these movies are going and these cosmic characters, these first appearances are really good to grab if you can find them cheap. So I actually grabbed 2 copies of that. All right, let's get these out of the way. Let's move on to some Fantastic Four books, shall we? All right, so I picked up a copy of Fantastic Four Special number 10. This is actually the annual number 10. No big deal here. This is just some reprints, but it's a nice high-grade copy, and I got a good price on it, so I grabbed it. Also was able to upgrade my copy of Fantastic Four number 57 with this awesome Doctor Doom cover. It's beautiful Jack Kirby art. What can you say about that? Just so gorgeous. All right, let's see what's next. Also picked up Fantastic Four number 24. I've had many opportunities to buy this book, but the price has always just been a little bit too high, simply because this is not really a key issue. There's really nothing special about this. It's a good story. I read the story. It's really good. The art's fantastic, obviously. It's Jack Kirby, but I just wanted to wait until I found this at a really good price, and I did, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So, still chipping away at this FF run. And speaking of that, picked up a copy of number 9 with this early Submariner appearance. Got a good deal on this, and I'm down to just needing a handful of books to complete this entire first series of Fantastic Four. So, also there are a few issues of the Fantastic Four that I want to have more than one copy of, and this was one of them. So I went ahead and picked up a second copy of Fantastic Four, number 49. Got it for a good price. It's got some condition issues. It presents beautifully. I mean, it looks really good. It's got some creasing down here in this corner, but overall, really nice looking book. It's detached from the top staple, and the centerfold is loose. That's what made it affordable. So, still, even in this condition, it's a beautiful book. This book only has room to grow. It's going nowhere but up. So, happy to get a second copy while I could still afford it. All right. Moving on down to the last stack of books here, let's get into some Daredevil. So these next 4 books, actually, these next 2 books I'm going to show were eBay purchases. Picked up my second copy of Daredevil number 8, first appearance of the Stilt Man. Now, these old Daredevil books, like with the exception of numbers 1 and 2, you can still find a lot of these, well, with the exception of 1, 2, and 7. 7 is the first appearance of the red costume. Those 3 books are pretty pricey, but all these other early Daredevil books are still really, really affordable. I mean, if you want to collect Daredevil, now is the time to jump on these books. They are so cheap. This, I don't remember exactly what I paid for this, but I think it was right around, I'm going to say $35. And Stiltman is not a major character, but he's a good, solid, like, B-level character. So, and the art is beautiful. I mean, this is art right here. These colors and this composition and in the perspective, everything is just magnificent on this cover. So, yeah, happy to get a second copy of this. My first copy, the centerfold is loose, and this is a solid copy, so glad to have that. Also, found this for a steal. Daredevil number 5. This is the first appearance of this character, the Matador. And this also has some condition issues. It's got a little bit of chipping there on the top and a lot of tanning here down around the bottom corners there. But this book was listed at $12.99. Buy it now. So after shipping, I paid like $16 for this. For Daredevil number 5. And it's all there. It's complete. There's nothing missing. So I thought that was a spectacular deal. All right. Was at my LCS. The day I got those 2 Ultimates, number 2 second prints, I also bought this. He had this on the wall. Daredevil number 3. The first appearance of the Owl. Now, the Owl, I mean, he's not as popular or as important of a character as the Kingpin, but he's right up there with the Kingpin when it comes to being like a mob boss. And yeah, he's played some very important roles in some storylines throughout Marvel history. So he's no throwaway character. He's a pretty solid character. So to have his first appearance, I think is pretty cool. And such an old Daredevil book. I mean, number 3. What is this? Third appearance of Daredevil, I believe. So thought it was really cool to get that. And I got it for a really good price, too. All right, all the way down to the last book already, guys, and sticking with Daredevil, this is another eBay purchase, a book that I never thought that I would own, but, you know, eBay is all about being at the right place at the right time, and I certainly was for this, and that is Daredevil #1. First appearance of Daredevil. Yes! Cannot believe I own this book. I've been a Daredevil fan ever since I started collecting comic books way back in 1981 when I had just turned 10 years old. Spider-Man was my favorite hero, but Daredevil was right up there because one of my best friends, Robert, he collected Daredevil exclusively. He had this big old shoebox just full of Daredevil books, and that's all he collected. So this is really, really cool. It's one of those books, like I said, never thought I'd own it. I mean, it is low grade. There's no doubt about that. It's got tape on sections of the spine, like right there, and then up near the top staple, I think around there, there's some tape. There's some tape right here where it says Fantastic Four right there on that side. And little piece of tape there on the bottom. And some smudging right there. And it's missing an ad page. But it doesn't disrupt the story. This would be considered incomplete because it's missing that ad page. But ask me if I care. I've got a Daredevil 1. I'm happy. So, yeah, I got it for a really, really good price, too. I mean, compared to what this comic is going for right now. And this is steadily rising, too. I saw a video by, I think it was Chris at We Love Comics was talking about this book and how this is pretty much the last affordable Silver Age Marvel key. And that is quickly changing. So, you know, if you have an opportunity to grab this book, you need to grab it like soon. I mean, and you know, for a book like this, even in really low grade like this, it's still a really good book to have. I mean, just the fact that it exists and you have it in your PC, I mean, that's a really cool thing, I think. I love having it. I mean, I'm still ecstatic, and you know, I've had it for almost a couple weeks now, and I still get giddy every time I look at it. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. So that's it for this time around, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate the support. Hit the subscribe button. I try to make videos usually one every 2 weeks or so. So I will see y'all next time. Happy hunting, everybody.